Hello, I'm here in sunny California, very hot California, so I'm going to try and make this really quick because it's hot here. I bought a guitar. There will be a full length video, probably including Glenn, because this is very much a Glenn guitar. I'll give you a quick look. I kind of wanted to try a Gibson Les Paul. I've never owned one. I wanted to give it a go. We'll see how it goes. I might end up not keeping this, who knows? But take a look at this. This is a 2009 Les Paul Standard. Oh, that looks really nice in the sun, actually. So this is 2009 Les Paul Standard. 2009's had a different bit of a spec. I kind of feel bad for Gibson with these ones because they were sort of bit ahead of their time, somewhat maybe, in the sense that the specs that they did were locking tuners, locking bridge. This was the, if it's not locking, it's not rocking. They even did a locking output jack, which is really weird, very strange, and it kind of threw off a lot of people who liked the vintage stuff. This is also entirely chambered, so it's just kind of the core block. It's still not the lightest guitar in the world. It's 8 pounds-ish. But I saw this on Reverb for a good price. It was US based. I was going to be in the US, and I thought, I'll grab that and I'll take it home. And that's what we're going to do today. So this guitar, one of the selling points to me was not only was it somewhat close to what I would like in the sense of it's lighter weight, and it's maybe a little bit more modern-ish. The other thing was that it was in this case, because I knew I was going to be flying home with this. This is the Gibson Protector something case, and it is actually quite nice. This is like a full-on flight case. We've got the TSA locks, good padding. It doesn't really move very much at all. And I thought I'd show you what I'm going to do to prepare for this to fly with, because as we know, Gibson headstocks aren't, well, they're Gibson headstocks. So, what I'm going to do, firstly, case is good. I don't really have to pad it, package it. It's actually, the headstock isn't touching anything either side, even with any minimal movement. I've got space between the headstock on either side. Even with that minimal movement, it still doesn't touch either side. That's really good, and it doesn't touch the bottom or the top. Nice. It is secured. What I'm going to do though, a couple of things. Firstly, case candy. I'm going to have some business cards. I'm going to place it kind of here, because in the event that a guitar goes missing or something, I have my details on these. It also serves to somewhat protect the fretboard from any like hits or anything like that. But in this case, it's primarily just an identification type of thing. Another thing we're going to do is loosen the strings off. We're going to slacken the strings. Now, this is primarily a myth when it comes to guitars, flying with guitars. It's not really a thing. There's so many guitars that fly these days and the strings are fully pitched. Nothing happens to them. However, there's nothing wrong with just detuning a bit. And more importantly, I would argue that once you detune, you are kind of protecting yourself from airlines, because I have seen some airlines use the argument that, oh, you didn't pitch down your strings. That's why it broke. It wasn't because it was thrown at high speed. We have to prepare for what could happen. So these strings, and this video is proof that these strings have been slackened significantly. They're moving, they're wiggling, that's all slackened. Now, another thing that I've done, I've got an air tag. That's in the case as well. Just for my own peace of mind, I can see when it's on the plane with me. So what I'm going to do, here's my plan, is that this is ready to go in the hold of a plane. Ideally, I would like to bring it there myself, gate check it. That's the ideal scenario. So I'm going to hope to do that. I bring it through security myself, because you know, you never know, it could get lost. Also, it doesn't really it doesn't really strengthen my security in the fact that I know that this is a good case. I think 2 days ago, Emily Wolfe posted a picture of her Epiphone, which was in a case like this, the Gibson Protector case, and it had the headstock snapped off after a flight in Las Vegas. But that was with Southwest Airlines, something like that. I think a lot of people blame the airlines for the damage to their instruments. That's not necessarily the case. I don't think. It's more so the airports, because they're just renting the guys to do this packing and so on. So we're going to take this guitar to the airport, hopefully gate check it, but I'll let you know. This is just going to be kind of documenting traveling with this guitar. Okay, we are through, not through anything actually. We're running late, very late. But I talked to a lovely lady at the desk, check-in desk. We got the guitar through. Okay, we got it through TSA, which was actually a breeze. Okay, we have got this through TSA, which was actually a breeze, surprisingly, really good. One of the only times that I didn't get stock for stuff. This was oversized, so it was taken away, x-rayed, and all good. Just handed back to me, and they didn't even unlock it. I got it locked, it's a TSA lock, but they didn't even unlock it really quick, which was good because we were in a rush. Ran to the gate, and then we're waiting because they're late. I'm going to leave it at the gate check it, and see it in Ireland in one piece, hopefully. I think we'll be good. Well, it arrived perfectly. We're all good. So this is the guitar with a fully attached headstock. That was always the big question, the big worry. No damage on this from our trip. And some might ask, why did we use the hard case and put it in checked luggage, or why did I do? To expand further on that point, people sometimes recommend that you put it in like a good big, like thick gig bag, like a mono case or something like that. Put it on your back, get it into the plane itself, try and put it up on the overhead. That's not a guarantee. And in the cases where that isn't a guarantee, let's say it's a full flight or whatever the case may be, and you're told, well, it has to be checked, it's in a gig bag. And I think that's more likely a chance of getting a guitar broken. Also, the reason that I wanted to gate check it, there's two different ways you can check a piece of luggage. You can bring it to the check-in desk and they'll put it on a conveyor belt and off it goes in the interns of the airport, thrown around, potentially lost, stolen, whatever. Or you can bring it through TSA yourself. And the amount of TSA horror stories of just someone not closing the case properly, it was enough for me to want to take it through TSA myself, and that went smoothly, no problems with the guitar at all. When I bring it to the gate, it's taken, put underneath the plane. We're kind of cutting out the middleman of a whole lot of chances of it getting thrown around. And that, in the end, does result, I think, in a more likelihood of your guitar getting in one piece. Like, Gibson headstocks are known, they have a reputation for breaking, and we got it through okay. And that is in part to the case, I think. The case is a good case. I think it's probably made by Gator. Gator cases are good, so it's a Gibson branded one, but it's a good one. So this is the guitar, 2009, Les Paul Standard. I think we should hear it. So that was just a quick playthrough. Again, I think it looks quite nice, although I think I might modify it a little bit. Just to suit myself. It's already had some mods. We'll talk about those later in a future video. We'll get Glenn involved as well. He can bring his Les Paul, and we can have a little comparison as well, a shootout between a 2009 and a 2020 Les Paul Standard. So if you want to see those, make sure to subscribe alongside a whole bunch of other videos that will be coming out fairly soon. And like the video if you liked it. And I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.